Seriously?
Hey guys, 6 Plus Stevo here with a little bit more Saga of the Beast news for you. So, just announced on the Warhammer Community site is something very interesting. We've got a little article here called War Grots. And yes, Grot mobs are a thing. We've got some rules for Grots, so hopefully this is going to make Grots a bit more effective on the battlefield. And I've had a quick skim through it. And there's some interesting things on there, and I've got a few thoughts on it. But before we get into that, let's just take a look at what is on here. So let's have a look through the article. Have you always dreamed of running an army of Gretchen? Yes, I have. Of course you have. Thanks to the new rules in Saga of the Beast, it's now a possibility. And today we're going to show you a way to build a Grot army of 99 power. That's a good few thousand points. That's like coming on to about 4,000 points or something, isn't it? I think about a 2,000 point army is around about 50 power-ish. I never really played power points. It can vary quite a bit, but I play old school. I play match play all the time. It may not be the cutting edge of competitive Warhammer 40,000 meta, but as we all know, Grots can be surprisingly dangerous in large numbers. Yes, they can. Awesome bit of artwork there. Love that. As we've already seen with Saga of the Beast, it's now possible to form your lads up into specialist mobs. One of these options is Grot Mobs, which gives you the cheeky zoggers subculture. So let's take a look at that. Grot Mobs, cheeky zoggers. Life in Orcish culture is harsh, the strong dominating the weak at every turn. For Gretchen, this is experienced more than most, and the embittered greenskins love nothing more than to gang up on others to take out their frustrations. Gretchen models only. Models in a unit with this subculture gain a 6+ invulnerable save when resolving an attack. By a vehicle model in a unit with this subculture, re-roll a hit roll of 1. Now that last bit I really like. I play Bad Moons, so I always re-roll in my 1s for shooting, and it pains me that I can't do that with my killer cans and my mech guns, especially with my mech guns as they're all kitted out with custom mega cannons, and you get those nasty gets hot rules. But yeah, that's good. Re-rolling 1s with cans who are already hitting on a 4+, that now makes killer cans a really competitive, viable unit, especially for a shooty army. Yeah, that's improved cans massively. It's made them really good. You're hitting with 50% of your shots, and then you're re-rolling a lot of your misses as well. And those re-rolls are much more likely to hit than they are with orcs with a 5+. Sorry guys, keep rubbing my eye. I'm incredibly tired today. Okay, let's scroll through. While it doesn't make them as lucky as Makari, a 6+ invulnerable save for your hordes of Grots is not something to be sniffed at. We need a battle-forged army to gain the subculture, so we're going to form a brigade detachment. That means we could take advantage of this invulnerable save by taking lots of Gretchen, and when we say lots, we mean lots. We recommend stocking up on orc flesh paint before even reading ahead. They always try and get a little sale out of these articles, don't they? They are so crafty. So yeah, then it goes on the article in how it's creating a brigade detachment of Gretchen, and it says here like yes, it's 44 power, but even a tactical genius like Reboot Gilliman is going to think twice about facing down 330 grots. The thought of painting that many grots is just insane. Never mind stocking up on orc flesh paint. I think stocking up on some green spray paint would be the order of the day there. 330 sets of grots with those nasty little mould lines. That's the worst bit for me. But anyway, yeah, that would be really good fun to play with. It would be brilliant. Now, I don't know. In the whole cheeky zoggers thing, I love the re-rolling of 1s. I love that. And the 6+ invulnerable save is really nice. It's going to make Grots that little bit more survivable, and so you're getting a 6+ save regardless, basically, again, unless you're getting mortal wounds. So that's really cool, but it doesn't really explain why they get the 6+ invulnerable save in terms of fluff. I mean, Competitively and stuff on the table, it's a nice little rule, but like lore, it feels a bit lazy. Why do they get 6+ invulnerable save? Because they formed up into mobs and they're angry and stuff. Why does that make them more survivable? I thought they would give them something a bit more. It would give them the ability to use some stratagems, or it would give them slightly more attacks or something. But it's a nitpick, admittedly. I am nitpicking there, but I like the rules to be good on the table, but I also like them to sort of tie in and sort of have a lore fluff reason for being there, if you get what I mean. So it's cool, but it's a bit strange. But I'm definitely going to be using this because I use a lot of mech guns and I use a lot of killer cans in my list. And being able to re-roll ones of them will tie in really well with my Bad Moon mob as it is. So effectively my whole army now can re-roll ones, which is just going to be lovely. And it's just going to encourage me to kit even more custom Mega Blasters on stuff. So then they go on further about how they're creating. So in heavy support, they take a load of killer cans and mech guns. As vehicles, these all take advantage of the subculture rule that lets you re-roll hit rolls of 1. And to think Grots were already the best shooters in the Orc army. They definitely are now. 4+ ballistic skill, hitting on 1s, is a really, really nice... it's lovely. I've never really looked at these Grots this close before, but I love all the little dags on them. I love that little bandana there. It looks very cool. Okay, now we need someone to lead our brave army of Grots into glorious victory, or more likely, inglorious failure. We're going to take a little bit of a liberty here, since shock attack guns technically fire snotlings rather than Gretchen, but to most orcs, runts is runts. And this is where it gets a bit disappointing for me, because they've kitted out their brigade with Big Macs with shock attack guns. And, they're a cool unit, and it makes for a cool shooty army, etc., etc. But the reason I'm disappointed is I was hoping that this book would come with some kind of Grot HQ. I know we've got Makari, who you could technically have, but you can only have one of him. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed on that, because we could do that anyway. There's nothing they're giving us here that we couldn't already do. We could already do this, obviously without the special buffs and things. So there's nothing really, other than what they're telling us there with this cheeky Zogger's ability. There is actually nothing new here. This brigade detachment that they're building is something that we could have always done. So they've kind of worded it as this is a new options open to us, new abilities and stuff, and it's not. We've always been able to do this. So it's a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest, on that front at least, because I would have liked, and I'm sure a lot of players out there would, I know Dim, who features on Scarno's channel, would have loved the option to field a true Grot army led by Grots, which I think you can still do if you have it led by Makari. But you wouldn't be able to fill a brigade detachment, that's for sure. It goes on to say about the fast attack and kitting out with Grot tanks. What a better way to defeat your enemies than by crushing them beneath the tracks of your mighty tanks. Maybe taking advantage of your subculture to make those already deadly custom Mega Blasters even more accurate. Yes, and I don't know, even having Grot tanks armed with like big shooters and stuff would be spitting out a lot of Daka. You're getting the Daka rule, you're hitting on 4+, you're re-rolling 1s. That's a lot of Daka. That's a lot of Daka. It really is. Shooty Orc armies are just going to be even more powerful now. Even more. This is really good stuff. Finally, we're going to round out our Grot army with some Grot Oilers to hang out with our mech guns and to fix our Grot tanks and killer cans. Got a little bit excited when I read that bit, and then you notice that it's Grot Oiler with mech. Clever little twist there. Sure, they technically come with a mech, but we all know who the real star of the show is here. Grot Oilers are really cool. Again, it would have been cool to be able to have them as an option on their own, just for this specialist mobs. Again, to have a true Grot army with no orcs in it. What am I saying? An army with no orcs in it. This is an orc channel. You get my meaning. It would be nice to have a true Grot army, and they're selling it to us like they're giving us that, and they're not really. But we can't moan, because what they are giving us is some beautiful buffs to the Grots. Beautiful buffs. Suddenly, killer cans with re-rolling 1, 6+ invuln saves. It's going to just make them really, really nice. So there we have it, an entire Grot army. Is it top tier? No. Will most other armies run out of bullets before they can take down that many Gretchen? Probably. Is it going to be fun to play? Definitely. And surely Gork and Mork will smile down upon your daring to even try. So, yeah, it's 384 Grots. It's a lot of painting, jeez. And it would be a cool... I can't see many armies being able to defeat that list, to be honest with you. Especially if you're playing objective-driven games. You're just not going to be able to kill that many units per turn. And it's just going to give you complete board control. It's going to be savage. Absolutely savage. And if you were to make this Snakebite clan and give them the Snakebite Warlord trait, so one of those big mechs, you'd have a lot of fearless Gretchen there as well. So mobs of 30 Gretchen with a 6+ invuln save that are fearless. Yeah, it's it's a nice. They say it's not competitive. I think it would be. To be fair, I think it actually would be. I just don't think I can't think of many armies that would be able to kill that much before you just won on points by just having complete board control. Saga of the Beast is available to pre-order from tomorrow. Woo! Make sure that you're ready to field a Grot army by picking up a unit of killer cans. Again, trying to sell us some stuff. But yeah, killer cans are going to be a lot more popular now, I think. We're going to start seeing them on the table. I've been crying out for ages for something to make cans a bit better. We had a points drop not long ago. This ability, being able to apply this to our Grot mobs, is going to be really, really nice. Really nice indeed. So, yeah, the Saga of the Beast news just keeps on getting better. It just keeps on giving us more things to smile about. So, yeah, share your thoughts below, guys. Are you happy with this? Are you, like me, a bit disappointed that we can't field a true Grot army with a Grot commander? Or are you just happy that we're getting some buffs to the Grots and we're getting the abilities like re-rolling 1s as a Bad Moon? I'm really excited about that. That now means that my entire mob can re-roll 1s, not just my Orc units. It's going to make my shooting that much more effective. But yeah, share your thoughts down below, guys. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Remember to ding the little bell, because I'll keep coming at you with this Saga of the Beast news. And for now, this is 6+ Stevo signing out.